Now. Okay, hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good. And today again you will be recorded. And the people watching you today are called Annie, David, and Duncan. So say hello everyone.
Hello,
Natural again. Oh my God, never mind. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do with your partners very, very quickly is finish this sentence. Okay, so Castleford is, for example, this. Okay, so the example I wrote down was Castleford is one of the most prestigious schools in Dublin. Okay, do you understand the word prestigious?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. One of the most prestigious schools in Dublin. Okay, now all you have to do is the exact same thing. Okay, start the sentence here and give your own example. You don't need to write, just with your partners, consult what you will put here. Okay? It doesn't really is one of them, you just have is. You don't have to write such a
Castleford is my home. Castleford is not just a place.
Okay, one more minute, quick.
The most coolest place in the universe. Maybe you have to you choose Castleford. The coolest school in the world. Never met in the universe.
Okay, have you got an example? Have you got an example? Well, we have to explanation. Have you got an example? Okay, right. Okay, right. Okay, so Alessandro.
Yes, my professor.
Give us your example.
Okay, Castleford is not just a school. Castleford is my home.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Okay, next one.
Castleford is a great place to make some friends.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Okay, this group.
Castleford is the greatest English school in Dublin.
I definitely beg to differ. Okay, this group here.
Castleford is like a music possible when you become fine.
Okay, I definitely beg to differ on that one. Okay, very good, Fran. This group.
Castleford is the most friendly place in Dublin.
I definitely beg to differ. Okay. Can anyone guess what that means from the way I react?
You
don't
You don't agree with us.
Yeah, I don't agree.
You disagree with us.
Do you think it's polite or impolite?
Impolite.
Yeah, again, it depends on the way you use your intonation. But yeah, it sounds a bit formal. Okay, now I'm going to give you a text. Okay, where is this? So I want on this side, okay? Not on this side. Okay, so I'm going to give you a text there. Can you pass?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Ready or verbal? Okay, now this text is going to have a short. It's going to be a short text. I want you to read that text. Okay, I want you to read that text just for the general meaning. Okay, just to get. Okay, just to get the general gist. Okay, so the gist, remember, is just the general idea of the story. Okay, so very quickly read that.
Thank you very much, Professor.
You're very kind.
The supernormal like the president.
Okay, so quickly read just for the gist. Okay, should take you about 2 minutes less. Just read all of them. Just read for the general idea. Person in question is not here. So put up your hand if you're finished. Just be quick, you don't need to understand everything. Put up your hand if you're finished. Okay, Doug, do you agree with your partner? Okay, quickly speak to your partner. Do you agree? Very, very, very quickly. Do you agree? Of course, yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So, Alessandro, you work with me.
What do you guys do with use the money for I thought you have the money. You're right there.
Okay. So, Dave, what was the general idea of that text?
The very first song is try to open the gates to receive new ideas to invest.
Okay. Did we get any money?
It was a donation
A donation
from an ex-student, Peter Gerunds.
He's a very famous actor. We won't say what movies he's appearing. Okay, we won't say that. Okay, very good, very good. So you will use this story later on in the lesson. Okay, this is the basic idea. Now I'm going to choose two of you. If you look on the text, you will see two sentences that are emboldened, okay? Darker writing, okay?
Yeah.
So, Cristobal, can you read for the class the first one up at the top? So we must blah blah blah, okay? So I'm going to read it first. And then you repeat after me. Okay? So only Cristobal, nobody else. Okay? So when I say only Cristobal, I mean only Cristobal. Okay? So we must plan to spend this money wisely. We must plan to spend this money wisely.
We must plan to spend this money wisely.
Was there any difference the way I said it and the way Cristobal said it?
A little bit.
Yeah. What?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so Cristobal has the typical Spanish mistake of spend, etc. But no, that's not the thing I really want to do. No, listen to me again. Is there one word in this where I would say, well, it doesn't sound like it's written. We must plan, okay, so I'll do it again. We must plan to spend this money wisely. We must plan to spend. Plan to. Okay, so to is not a content word, it's a function word. So it's not usually pronounced as strongly as the content word. So try it again, Cristobal. We must plan to spend this money wisely.
We must plan to spend this money wisely.
Do you notice it's very strong? It's to. Try say plant it.
We must plan to spend this money wisely.
It's getting closer. Okay, we'll work on that. Okay, I'm going to choose another person. The other person is Luca. Okay? So, Luca, can you read the start discussing question part? Okay? You start discussing the question. So, listen to me and then follow me. You start discussing the question. You start discussing the question.
Discussing the question.
Again?
You start discussing the question.
Okay, was there a difference between the way I said it and the way Luca said it?
Yeah,
What?
Discussing.
Luca put ink
And what did I do?
in.
Exactly. So for those of you who were here a couple of weeks ago, I told you something about Hiberno English, Irish English, and very often the in changes to in. So instead, Luca, you say, you start discussing the question. Exactly. Okay. So this is something that you will very often hear in some dialects of English. Apologies. Okay. Right. Okay. So the next thing that I want you to do is look at the underlined text. Okay. The underlined text. Can you identify what two patterns are being used? What grammatical patterns? And can you notice anything about the verbs being used with them? Okay, everyone understand that? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Well, yeah, 2 minutes. Quick. Okay? So, you understand? So, the underlying patterns. You see the verbs that are being okay, so of course that might be what you want. What kind of okay, and then what kind of okay, so what should I use?
They want that I will
when you have to make it
okay, quick question.
We start an action or stop. Yes. Yeah. So for example, usually when you use stop or start you use then it's going to be like
Okay, right? Okay. Okay. So the first one then, what two patterns did you see? Now, if you looked at the board, you might see an idea, but when I was going around, most of you got this.
There are verbs
With?
which needs, for example, to,
Yes.
and verbs which need ing form.
Yes. What comes after the two? No? What?
Infinitive.
It's just the infinitive. So it's the infinitive. The two is part of the infinitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the regular form of the verb, the base form, the first form. Okay. Now, could you notice any patterns with the types of verbs that were used with the ing? So the word, the main verb before the ing, or the main verb before the two infinitives.
Yeah, with verbs with meanings similar to start, stop, continue, you must use the ing form.
Yes.
Process.
Okay, these kind of verbs.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so you had stop, start, begin, finish.
Not always, but.
Not always. Okay, I'll come to that in just a very, very few moments. Okay, what does keep on mean?
Continue.
Keep doing the
Yeah.
action.
A continuous activity.
Continue.
Exactly. Okay, so keep on means continue, and the on very often means continue. Okay, these were the other verbs: decide, plan, need, aim, urge. Beg was another one, but I'm leaving that out for a minute. Okay, so you saw beg at the start. Okay, but here it's being used in a slightly different way. Okay, decide, plan, need, aim, urge. What do they have in common? See any pattern with them?
They are combined with two.
Yeah, they're with the two infinitives. Okay, so here you have these ones with the verb ing. I'm just on the verb ing. You can call it gerund if you want. To verb, etc. And what do they? Is there anything in common
It's
that
like,
means?
it's not future, you need to
Future.
plan.
Again?
It's you need to want future.
Yeah, exactly. There's something about, well, this is going to happen after the plan, or after this verb. So I decide to go. When do you decide? You decide now, and to go is
Future.
future, or after this time. And the same with all of these. I plan to go, I need to go, I have a necessity now to do something in the future. I aim to go, and I urge. Anyone know what urge means?
Like urgent, is it?
Yeah,
I need
Is
to
there a word that you already know that is connected to the word urge?
I need to do something with what is the
Yes, quickly, etc. Okay, so maybe you know the word urgent. Okay, so it's related to this. So please do it quickly, etc. Again, it's something that's going to happen after. Okay, can you look at the board here now? Okay, now it's very, very hard in general to give you a good idea about when to use which pattern, the to infinitive or the ing. And some textbooks, your textbook for example, doesn't really give you that much assistance. Okay, now again, I keep saying all the time that grammar is more like habits than rules. So I want you to develop an intuition rather than learning lists. Okay? So yeah, maybe turn around if you can't see. Okay? So which of these would you say looks more like a noun?
Swimming.
Feels more like a noun, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so in many cases it will work like a noun. Okay, so for example, if you have a preposition, what comes after prepositions?
A noun.
A noun. Well, if you use a verb, if you want to use a verb, what form comes after the preposition?
ING.
It has to be one of these, okay? It has to be the ing form. It can't be anything else. So as an example, if I said like this, I am looking forward. Okay, does everyone remember what looking forward means?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to something means that you're anticipating something good in the future. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Yes, hearing from you. You very often see that at the end of letters or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, from you. Okay, so again you see the ing, and this is actually a preposition in this case. So in certain circumstances you might, oh my goodness, I don't know if the to is a preposition or an ing. If I said, I'm looking forward to my holiday, do you understand that? Yeah, okay. Well, my holiday, what's that?
It's a noun.
It's a noun. So this thing must be like a preposition, okay? It's with this thing and not with this. Okay, so that's one thing. I like to dance and I like dancing. Again, which one is more like a noun? The second one. Okay, so to give you a bit of an intuition, I want you to think of this as more like an event or a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, nouns are sort of like things.
You are not the dancer.
Exactly. Okay, so when you say to dance, that's more like a verb or a noun?
A verb.
It's more like a verb. Okay.
An
So it
action.
is an action. Very good. An action, and then when you have actions, you also think of the person who performs the action. Okay, person perform the action. So if you said I like to dance versus I like dancing, could you guess any meaning difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
What?
I like that sport, to practice the sport.
Okay, right. If you regard it as a sport.
Yeah. And you like dancing, like to maybe watching or
Yes, exactly. Do you have to take part?
no?
No, because you like the thing. Maybe you just watch it. Okay? So sometimes there will be a difference. I like to dance, you do the dancing. Okay? Everyone understand that? Whereas when you say, I like dancing, well, maybe you don't actually like to do the activity, but you like the performance. Okay? The event. Sorry, the event. Okay? Got that? So, do you think there's a big difference between them? Is there a big difference all the time? I like to dance and I like dancing. Is it?
Always.
It's small. It's a bit hard to see. Okay, a bit hard to see. Now, can you see the difference here?
Yeah.
No, not
I
really.
started to sneeze and I started sneezing. No, that's even harder, I would say, to find the difference between. Okay. Which of those looks more like a continuous tense?
The second one.
Okay, everyone. So this one looks more like a continuous tense, yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you use continuous tenses?
For ing form.
But why do you use
Repetitive
That.
functions.
repetitive?
No, no.
Continuous actions.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you very often, there is a connection between, this is called the gerund, that's like a noun, and the participle, the present participle, which acts like a verb. Okay? So in verb context and in adjectival context. But the connection is very, very similar to what you just said. Okay? The connection is there is some idea of continuity or duration. So when you use to sneeze, it seems a bit like the simple tense, okay, or simple aspect, if you want. Okay. So why would you use the present simple? If I said to you, "Oh, I sneeze," when?
No.
No. Always.
Always. I sneeze all the time. Oh, I sneeze then, etc. I'm sneezing when?
No.
No.
Now, and would you be able to demonstrate that?
Yeah.
Is this I am sneezing? Is this it? Achoo.
No more.
Exactly. There has to be continuity. So it'll be like choo, 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 like this. Okay? It's continuous. With this, it could be choo, achoo, achoo. This could be repetitive. Okay? So sometimes there are some tiny differences between these two. So if I said, "Oh, I started to sneeze when I came into the room," I went achoo, like this. But if I said, "Oh, I started sneezing when I came into the room," achoo, etc., etc. Okay? Now, it's a small difference, and I grant you it's very, very difficult sometimes to see a big difference in these contexts. But sometimes there is a huge difference in the meaning. Here is an example. What is the big difference between these two? I stopped to
You
sneeze,
stop.
and I stopped sneezing.
The first one you stopped an action to sneeze, and the second one you stopped the action of sneezing.
Exactly. Okay. Why did you use? What's this more like a verb or a noun? More like a verb. So with verbs you want what? You want action. You want to perform the action generally. So you want to perform this very often. This too very often is directed where? It's directed very often to the future, but you already saw that here. So if you say, "I stopped to sneeze," why did you stop?
For example, I stopped kissing her.
Okay, say that again there, Alessandro. I stopped what? I stopped
Kissing her.
I stopped kissing her. Why?
Sneeze.
Exactly. Okay, now that's a very unusual example, but okay, I'm sure they'll love that on the screen. Okay, so in this case, I stopped kissing her. So this is ing. You stopped the thing. You stopped the event. Stopped kissing her. Why?
To do an action.
To do this action. Exactly. And I stopped sneezing. What does that mean?
I was sneezing and I stopped.
Exactly. So to some extent, this is like interrupt, and this one is finish.
I stopped sneezing to kiss her again.
Yes, you seem to like sneezing and kissing. That's Alessandro. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay? So, does everyone get a bit of an intuition for why you might use these? Now, it's not, obviously I can't give you all the details in 10 minutes, whatever, okay? And I will give you more over the next coming months, or the next coming weeks, okay? But this is what is called pattern grammar. you identify some meaning with these constructions, and then you use that to help you help guide you down the right path, okay, to choosing the right answers. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is separate the groups. Okay, so maybe move a bit further back there, and maybe move up a bit. Now you cannot see the other people, okay, the other people's pages. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone in this group the same thing. This to any other group. Okay, Alessandro and Matilda, I'm going to give you this. Okay. And also I'm going to give you this. Okay. Okay. Now do not show this to the other group. Okay. Okay, now before you do this, one sec, before you do this, I want you to turn back to the page that I already gave you, the text. Okay? On the back of that text, okay, so you're going to use those little sheets that I gave you out just a second ago in about 2 minutes, or 3 minutes hopefully, or 5 minutes, okay? What I want you to do now is choose one of these verbs in the top box and match it with one of the verbs in the second box here and put them in the appropriate spaces down here, okay? Now in the second box, you have to choose between to infinitive and ing, okay? Now you might notice a few names that are common to all, okay? Right, off you go, off you go. Now you can work together, okay? Off you go. I'll give you about 5 minutes. Okay, so you know what to do. You choose a top using this and then I chose two. You have to choose. So you understand what to do. So just choose one. You have chosen this one.
It means
And then you need to choose the appropriate one.
It's not meaning the same, we have to just to match them and
Choose one.
The first one is totally different from the second one.
Okay, you can go on to
Matilda.
What to express?
we can also change these words.
No. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sorry, I should say. For the first verb, you might have to change the tense. Hopes or will hope, etc. Okay. So, yes. Yes.
This is safe. Okay.
That's not so. You could use that.
Why? Expect.
It's quite difficult. It's quite difficult.
We have to understand it.
To find, because it's something that
Is express. Yeah, because they can express
Yeah, but it sounds collaborative.
Okay, so work together. So what usually comes after? What kind?
No, this one is to translate. Yeah, I think the third one is translated.
Andrew,
Yes.
in the first case, we can use don't stop.
Where would you put that?
For example, that's what didn't stop.
Yes.
You can use negatives if you wish. Okay, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Well, 3 more minutes. Would you guess that? What's famous for?
Two boxes, boxes.
It's like stop.
Yeah, all two. They up to both and
Yeah, for the
Okay,
so I'm going to give you one or two. Okay, I'm going to give you one or two because you might go down the wrong way.
Fine.
I expect.
This one is good. Yeah. It's carry on. Carry on there. Stop thinking. Stop. No, no.
Let's continue.
So what do we do in the...
The 7 is stop thinking. Stop thinking.
Okay, so I've given you one or two solutions here. Okay, I've given you. Okay, everyone, I've given you one or two solutions on the board. You fill in the rest. Okay, just use your logic. Okay, it's quite easy. Okay. So no,
The only...
Why?
Because it's something that is taken at the moment, but he will do it.
Okay. The next one, to find. Why hopes to find and not and why collaborate? I expect to collaborate and not collaborate. Exactly. Okay. So you see all those patterns there, which shows.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so why would you use ing?
It's one of the better.
There's a song on the screen, Vittorio sang, okay? Okay, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the answers now, okay? So I think most of the groups finished.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. Excellent, very good. Okay, so most of you did very well. Okay, I just want to... Okay, so consult with your partners again. You're 100% sure?
We are 100% sure. Yeah.
Yes, I understand. Okay. So just filling in. Oh, sorry. Yes, Alessandro. Or Andres. What am I saying, Alessandro?
We were doing it once.
Okay, once. Okay, or once. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay, everyone. Wait. Just one second. Then we have to be fast. Okay. So everyone. So the first one then, Mini Dave, aka Kung Fu Panda Dave, wanted to express. Or you could say once. This group over here has once. It depends on the context. And again, why? Because want is talking about. Okay, so the to express is talking about the future. The what is that? It's the followed by the to infinite. Next one then, Matilda, the sensible, efficient German. Hopes. How do you pronounce this? To find. Okay. Next one then, Saranchime, the beautiful Mongolian supermodel. To collaborate. Okay. To collaborate. Okay. With the Italian sophisticated Jessica on a horse riding photo shoot. Blah blah blah. Next one then, Alessandro, the famous Castlefords College polyglot. Aims to translate Leonardo's beautiful English composition into Arabic within the year. Next one then, Katya, and probably stop, couldn't cease laughing. I would also accept stop, okay? Stop laughing, cease laughing, both of those are acceptable. At Vittorio's terrible attempts to woo, trying to seduce Patricia. Next one then, Fran, the best poker player in Dublin, carried on, how do you pronounce that? Playing. You could say playing or playing, okay? Even when Andres, the head waiter at the Marion Hotel, tried to distract him with stories of all the rich celebrities he knew personally. Very good. Next one then. Cristobal stopped. How do you pronounce this? To take. Okay? A siesta at the last consonant of every word in English. Okay? And then the last one, Norma and Patricia resumed boxing their poor old vegetarian teacher Andrew after a few days off, which got to the evil genius reading actually. Yes? Oh, stopped. Oh, where is it? Cristobal stopped. Why did he stop? Stop. Finish the. He stopped some other activity. Okay. All right. Now, can you go back to the short little text that I gave you out? By the way, when I was going around, you all did reasonably well. Some of you used an example like you used stop instead of cease. They are correct. Okay, it depends on the context. I'll correct that if you have any queries after the end. Okay, so now each of you in your context have the same. Okay, so this group have the same text. This group have the same text, etc. Do not show your partners. Now, you have a reason for choosing your option for the donation. Okay? So we received the donation for Pepe Grande. Now you have to choose what you're going to do with the money. Okay? So you're all at the meeting of the board of directors, okay, of Castleforth College, and you have to convince all the other groups that your option is the best. Okay? You understand that? You also have a secret motivation for choosing what you want. Okay? You will see the secret motivation down at the bottom. But obviously you do not want the other people to know your secret motivation. Okay. Now, just for the next 5 minutes, I want you to prepare a short 1 to 2 minute presentation. You will present this up at the top to the rest of the groups. You will present, and I want you, yes, that's what we want. I want you to use 2 verbs that are followed by the to infinitive, and 2 verbs followed by the ing in your presentation. Does everyone understand that? So probably use these or some of the verbs up at the top here. Okay? You understand what you have to do? You need to convince the others that your option is the best. Okay? Off you go. Okay? Now you can write down a few notes if you want. Probably you don't probably need to write everything, so just a few notes. You understand what you have to do?
Just about.
Okay? About what?
About what they are writing.
Okay, Matilda, try to explain first. You know what? Yes. Okay. So you want to use the language of persuasion and etc. But you do not want them to know your okay? You need to be quick. You have about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You must use 2 of these, 2 of these. You don't really need to write. You just need to be able to present. But when you are presenting, you probably need to write down 2 of these and 2.
Sure. That
idea. Yes.
Who's going to speak?
Oh, maybe I will choose 2 of them.
So I don't want to start to I don't want to express firstly our I want to start with our presentation.
You have 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Only has to be for 1 minute. Only has to be for 1 minute. But remember, you must have 2 of these. Okay, Lucas,
I didn't get it.
No, it's not a presentation itself, it's a fucking. It's just like.
Since I've been
Looking for the
I've been here for 6 years.
Yeah, we feel out that our teacher doesn't have the proper skills to make a class interesting. So we make to improve we aim
So guys, we are speaking studying in this school, you're a teacher. What do you say?
we have 5 minutes.
And we are the teachers and the students. Yeah,
So,
why you have to choose something?
you're not listening.
Yeah, but
we have been here for a long time and we have figured out
The education of the students is
You have 4 minutes.
Very quick. Yes.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah. 4, but you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
We want to show you. New? No,
Okay, you have about 2 minutes. Very quick. 2 minutes.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Forget about this sheet. This is what doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm improve both
at the end, we'll
so we have
we decided
I think this is your best.
we all
You have about 90 seconds, so you better be quick.
so if we want to really
90 seconds. You're going to have to improvise if you don't have it.
okay.
Billboard live.
So, 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Going. About 60 seconds, eh?
Oh my god.
60 seconds.
Yeah, that's
Oh, we will. You will. That's
You only have to speak for about none? Okay, very good. So work with your partners just for a very small period. Try to see if
So we don't want ours to
okay, nearly done. Done. Very good. Done.
yeah.
Done. And baby? Okay, and this group is done. Okay, right. So now I don't expect fantastic performances, but we'll see. Okay, now this group over here, would you like to nominate one of the students to do the presentation? Okay, Vittorio wants to do the presentation. Okay, so Vittorio, up to the front, okay? You'll be famous. Okay, everyone, shh, quiet now. Quiet. Everyone, quiet. So Vittorio is going to give his presentation on his choice for the improvement.
It is the first time we receive a donation, and we need to use this money in a good way. My advice is to invest the money in a new security system. Actually, we don't have a good security system. If we begin taking care about our students' security, for sure they will start loving us. I plan to call personally 3 security guards. They will work at the front, side, and back of the building. Thank you for your attention.
Very good. That's lovely. Very good. Okay, this group here. So Katya and Luca looks very nervous. Okay, who wants to choose? Who wants to do it? Okay, so Katya, it's your last day.
Last day.
Okay, guys, quick. Okay. So Katya is the second option for the improvement of Castleport College. Okay, right? Begin.
Oh my God. So this is an opportunity you don't want miss.
Don't want?
To miss. Sorry. With the money, we will provide better food for all students. The students need to have a good nutrition because they keep on studying and working all day, every day. The local company does international cuisine, carries on providing food for all students' nationalities. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you.
Very good. Okay, so all right, this room down here, have you nominated someone? Okay, Dave, I suppose okay, that is near your last one. Okay, so very good. Okay, quickly, we need to do this now. Okay, shh, everyone. Okay, Dave, begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are together today to make a decision, and based on a survey that we applied to all the students, the results were that they would like to do sports to improve their social skills, to improve physical skills. No? So that's a fact, and that's why we need to invest the money to build up the pool, no?
What do you do?
The pool.
What kind of pool? Swimming pool. So Castleport is going to have a swimming pool. Yes, that's very good.
To make this real, we plan we will to start building.
Okay, we will start building.
And to start this, we have to buy this space. No, that's why we need to invest this money in this.
Okay, so you're going to buy some space. Okay, so just be careful about using these though. You use start, and then I'm not sure if you use the ing or the to infinitive. But again, sometimes it changes the meaning of this. But very good. Okay, so Alessandro and Matilda, who wants to do the oh, what a surprise. Okay, I'll begin. Okay, quickly. Alessandro, now you have to be quick. Okay. Okay, thank you for our director. Okay, right, begin.
Hello everybody, we are happy to have you here. We want to show you our perfect, extraordinary, cutting-edge book. You'll start attending new exciting lesson and it's only for unbelievable €5. Take you home.
Just to clarify, does everyone know what his option is?
No.
Do it again, quickly.
Hello everybody, we're happy to have you here. We want to show you our perfect, extraordinary, cutting-edge book.
Okay.
Student book.
So you're going to sell it.
Andrew student book.
Oh.
Andrew's student's book.
Yeah.
Right, okay, right, yeah.
You start attending new exciting lesson and it's only for unbelievable €5.
Okay, so you'll start attending new fantastic lessons using this book. Very good, very good. And then this group here. So, okay, Leonardo, or Cristobal, okay? So quickly, Cristobal, we have about 1 minute left, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, well, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay. So everything you said is pretty good. Okay. The security, the food, the books, but what about our teacher? It's bullshit. So why I'm sorry, but why would we need all of that if our students are leaving? So we have think about we have to keep in mind that, and we have to think about getting our teacher into a course or something to improve his skills in English. So we aim to improve his English, and we will need to choose the proper course. So if we don't want all our students to leave, we must start thinking about this program.
Very good. So you understand this? This is an educational training program for the teachers in Castleford. So very good. Very good. Okay. So the options are, okay, so the options are a textbook.
That's bush.
You could say to beg to differ in those contexts, by the way. Okay, so if I said, so it's a textbook. There was a teacher training course, so training course for the teachers.
Security system.
Security.
System.
The swimming pool. Woo! Okay. And what was the last one? What was the last one?
Food.
Food. Oh yes, the catering company.
Come
Okay.
on, guys.
So food. Now,
All you need.
if you had to vote, which one would you say? Well, we don't need that. We don't need that. Textbook. Get rid of the textbook. Okay, so the textbook is out. Oh, it's gone.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry about that. The textbook is gone.
So you put
Okay.
this in this weather.
So put your okay. Okay, so everyone, put your hands up if you think the best thing was the textbook. Okay. Put your hands up if you think the best thing was the training course.
Absolutely.
Okay, the training course.
Yes.
So this group you're
I
already
can
out.
raise my hand again.
Okay.
No.
Yes, you could. Yeah. Okay. So this case, yeah, you have. So this one is already gone.
Thank
Okay,
you so
that's
much.
gone.
Salam alaikum.
Okay. So anyone think that the swimming pool was a good idea?
We're in Dublin. No.
In this weather.
Norma's in this group. Norma's in this group because she said the swimming pool. Okay. So security. What about
Yeah,
security?
security good.
Also security. Okay, very good. So food. What about food?
Food. Come on. No.
Okay, all right.
Good
So
food.
each of these got 2 votes. Each of these got 2 votes. And I'm going to whittle it down. I'm going to remove 2 of these because I think they're ridiculous. So the teacher training, of course.
That's bullshit.
Swimming pool.
No.
Why?
So it's down to swimming okay, everyone, put your hands up if you think the security system is the best way to go.
Not probably.
Come on.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, enormous numbers. Right. Put your hands up if you think crassiforms need to swim.
Everybody freezing.
So the swimming pool is there. Okay, stop 1 second. Okay, so the basic idea is to get you to use the ing and to infinitive structures. And most of you did it reasonably well. Now, there are a few little errors. I'll have to fix them after the class or whatever. But you're getting the right intuition. You're saying, oh yeah, well, if it has a future meaning, very often there's going to be a to infinitive. And when it has these kind of verbs, very often it's going to be ing. Now, some of you had the temptation when I went around to choose another form. So, for example, instead of saying start ing, you use start to. It's correct in that context. It just changes the meaning a little bit very often. Okay? Almost undiscernible. Okay, right? So that is the end of the 1 hour lesson. So, would you like to say goodbye to the people on the screen?
Bye. See you.
Okay, say goodbye.
Bye.
What do we want? Fake enthusiasm.